Love it.
Jarrod Tillinghast, welcome back to The Juice. We'll talk about hot topics, what's hot, what's not, the good, the bad, the ugly. Today we're going to talk about the ugly, the bad, and the good, because we can go from ugly to bad to better, and that's kind of where we're going. But first of all, I want to introduce some guests I have with me from Brawl for It All. Let me tell you what Brawl for It All is all about, in case you guys that are listening, and I know you've been hearing us the past couple weeks talk about Brawl for It All, but my partner, Richard Capiello, and I, who Rich can't be here today, he's actually taking care of things for this February 17th bout that we have. So we miss you, Rich, and I'll see you next week, buddy. I'll hold the fort down. So Brawl for It All is a concept we came up with where we settle street grudges, or not just street grudges. You could be a doctor, a lawyer, a politician, a judge. It does, a cop. He's the Cranston cop, Mike Patino, and the North Providence chief that just recently got fired. They have a grudge, and everybody's seen that on the news, and I've been trying to make that grudge happen. So what we do is we get people that have problems with each other, and we bring them together, and we solve the issue. And after we have an agreement that we shake hands and make up, if they don't, I don't know how far that agreement goes after, but our hopes are to end the grudge, and this is what we're doing. And we got a bunch of grudges on this upcoming card on February 17th at the West Warwick Civic Center. We just got approved last night by the Town Council in West Warwick. We want to say a special thank you to all the council members. We really appreciate you. We're going to come and do your town right. We're looking forward to this moment. Let me introduce some fighters here tonight. We have Anita, the Gun Show, McKeon. McKeon. Okay, Anita, the Gun Show. She's our first female fighter for Brawl for It All. She's got to settle a score with Megan Lights Out Linsby, and this is going to be a good one. This grudge is serious. I don't know. We're going to talk about that in a minute. We have Chad the Lion Leoncello. Chad has got a serious grudge with the Ranger Dara. They're cousins, their family. There's a major story here. This is a good story. We're going to get into that. We're sitting here with Craig, Suge White, Preuit. This guy is 5-0. He ain't never stepped in the ring. He's never boxed before, but he's 5-0 on the internet. There's 5 guys he called out, and none of them stepped up to the plate. He had 5 major grudges, so he still wanted to fight on the card. So Mike Capiello, who does a wonderful job with our matchmaking. So we reached out to Mike, Richard's brother, and Mike was going through and trying to make a fight for him. We finally grabbed the guy, Zeke Orbin from West Warwick. So your own hometown guy, Zeke Orbin's fighting against Suge White over here. Sure. And Tim Droz, yeah. Droz. Tim Droz is here also. He's here with the Lion. We get a little special something we're going to go into after with Tim and the Lion, and we're going to talk about addiction. But first, let's talk about a Brawl for It All coming up on February 17th. I'm super excited about it. As the days go by, I'm training now like I'm fighting in February 17th. They got inspired me. I'm swimming, I'm running, I'm jumping rope. I'm all getting back in shape now. Everybody, I got to keep up with these young kids. Let's talk about Anita here first. Anita, what is going on with you? Who are you? Where are you from?
Anita McKeon.
Yeah,
McKeon, the Gun Show. You gave me that name because I do
names.
have some guns underneath this.
Show them your guns, Anita. Show.
I'm covered.
She's jacked.
But I'm jacked. I'm a nurse. Did you know I was a nurse?
Okay.
I'm a nurse, so I take care of people, and I always used to say I'm a lover, not a fighter, but for this one day, I will be a fighter.
All right.
I'm going to make you proud.
All right.
All right?
So I hear a lot of people talking about you're going to get beat.
Yeah, I've heard that too, and that's why. And they're trying to. They wanted to change my opponent. But I want to fight her. They
wanted to change your opponent because they were afraid that you were going to get hurt, or
well,
they
yeah,
wanted to change your opponent. Why?
Because she weighs a little more than me, and they think that she has more experience, and they don't.
She has no fights.
Maybe more experience training.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
because I just started training a month and a half ago.
And how's that going?
It's going great.
And where are you training?
I started off at Boletto's. I went to, what was that, KO?
That was New England Combat.
New England Combat. That was a really nice gym. And I'm at Capiello's now.
Mike Capiello?
Yeah.
And how's that going?
I love it. He's great.
And
He's great.
What do you do when you get there? What's your schedule?
So I warm up. I do mitts with him. I've been doing a lot of sparring lately.
And how's the sparring going?
Good. I'm going to spar Dawn, I think, tonight. I don't know. Do you know Dawn's last name?
No.
She's she's awesome. She's like a midget, but
Small?
yeah, she's like a foot shorter than me, so I feel good when I
A
when I
midget.
spar
Now,
her.
if Dom hears you say that, she's probably going to kick your butt.
It's good. She's good. She's a good match for me
She
to
is.
spar.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's
and
good.
I think I'm gonna get her in Brawl for L6.
Why,
Do you know her?
I don't know.
She's another fighter's fiance
Oh,
on
yeah?
this card.
That's someone that's fighting?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Shannon.
Oh, Newman.
Do you know Dawn now?
I see. Actually, she was at
Yes.
the press conference.
Yes.
Yeah, I did see her at
So-
the press conference.
I'm doing good training. I'm not there yet, but I will be there.
So how's
I can't
sparring
figure
going?
it.
Let's talk about sparring. Are you putting you're getting your face in there like I told
Yeah,
you? You're
I'm getting my nose in there. I'm getting my nose punched.
And how does that feel?
It swells up a bit, and it's hard to breathe in, and your eyes water. I don't know. It's a little scary at first, especially when you know the person's a lot stronger than you, and you're like, oh.
I mean, I don't see how you can. I don't see many girls being stronger than her at her weight. I mean, you're very strong.
Well, the chick that I sparred, the last chick I sparred was like 10 pounds heavier than me.
Yeah.
And I do
Mike's
think
really setting her up with real good work with Ray Oliveira's down in
Yeah.
New Bedford, and she was going against some heavy hitters the other night.
Yeah.
Well,
and that's what
she needs it because I
Yeah.
mean, from what I see, and you know, I know Peter Manfredo's training lights out. I mean, yeah, lights out, Megan, and you know, from what I see, you know, Peter's always brings the best out in people. You know, Peter trained me when I was just starting off, and I walked in the gym off the street, and Peter entered me in a Golden Glove tournament, and I ended up winning the whole tournament. And just Peter has that, there's something about him. He brings the best out in his fighters. And watching Megan hit the mitts, and she looks ready. And
Yeah, anybody can hit mitts.
yeah, well, you know.
I'm not impressed. But I'll tell you, my face is getting used to the punches. I'm getting used to it. I'm getting built up. You have to get used to getting hit in the face a couple times.
I think everybody should get punched in the face at least once in
So
their
my
life.
face is getting stronger.
Everybody
Absolutely.
needs, yeah. So
I feel like I look like I have a strong jaw, so I'm ready.
you feel like you look like you have a strong
Look
jaw?
at it.
Hey,
It does look pretty chiseled. So you're ready, huh?
I'm ready. I'm so excited.
What's this weight? What weight class? People want to know what weight class you're fighting at. What weight class are you coming in at?
I never used to tell anybody my weight. I'm coming.
She's my twin in that area.
I'm coming in at 155.
You're coming in at 155.
Yeah, I have to get to 155.
And what's
I'm
your weight?
152 right now.
You better start eating cheeseburgers.
I eat a lot.
New York System's open
I
late,
do
right?
eat so much.
facts.
You better go get some hot wieners.
Do you know
and
I
stuff.
can eat like a
Pile it
whole
up.
loaf of Italian bread? That's my weakness, Italian bread. I
Is
eat
it?
like a whole loaf of it in one day.
You're gonna use butter.
All right. I've
Use
never had
butter.
I've never had to gain weight before. It's so weird. I kind of like it, but
Well, you know, Megan's coming down, so Megan's losing a lot of weight. She's coming down, and to make this fight happen, Megan really wants this fight. I know she's not here, but I know I speak to her, and she really wants this fight. This grudge was, you know, this grudge started in the gym. These two walked in, and there was just bad blood. There was bad words being said, and they just took each other wrong. And ever since then, Megan left the gym because she didn't want to train around Anita, and Anita felt the same way, and now they just want to fight each other. So this is
and
going to be a
honestly,
good
if
fight.
somebody told you time and time again that you're not going to win, or oh, she's tougher than you, it just makes me train and it makes me want it that much more.
Yeah.
I'm not going to back down.
Well,
from a
I
fight.
noticed when you walked in the press conference, you picked up the belt and said, "Is this mine?" That belt belonged to Godzilla Gallant. So we have a major card, man. This is the hottest. We are the hottest ticket in town right now. When you talk about, we are the hottest ticket. I mean, we're getting national attention. This is turned into something that we are all excited about. Let's move on over here. Let me move on to an undefeated prospect on the internet. This guy's 5-0 on the internet. Craig Suge White Preuit. You know, Craig seen Brawl for It All happening, and he started seeing videos being posted, and he started, you know, he was trolling Facebook and watching everything going down, and he sent me an inbox. He said, I have about 5 grudges, and I want to settle my grudge with these people.
I put you in 3-way in all of them.
He put me on 3-way with all of them, and we're going to talk about that, you know.
So we name names? You want to name names?
We're going to talk about that. He said he put me on 3-way message with all 5 guys that he called out, and I'm you know, I don't swear, but I kid you not, he definitely called out 5 guys, and 2 out of the 5 made a video?
Yep.
2 out of the 5.
Jerome Massey and Rob Carson.
Jerome Massey and Rob Carson, they both accepted the fight. Well, Jerome Massey accepted it first, and he submitted his video.
Jerome really wasn't a grudge. He was just like, me and him fought before, previously, when we, you know, were younger in high school, and like, dude, we can do it again.
Who won?
It was there was really no wins back then. It was in training school, so it was like 4 or 5 shots we got separated. That was really it.
So you fought a little bit in training school?
Yeah.
Boxing?
Everything.
Chuck Sullivan?
Not Chuck Sullivan.
But you know Chuck?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's a little before my time.
Okay.
I was in 95, 97.
Okay.
So we got Jerome Massey. Then he ended up pulling out. He's 6'6", 175 pounds.
Yeah.
He tried hard to get to 201, and with about 3.5 weeks out, he just realized that 26 pounds is not going to happen for him in 3-4 weeks. So he decided to pull the plug, and then Rob thought it was his time to shine. So
Who did you first call out? Who was your first call out?
Who was the first person? Paul Morse?
Paul Morse.
Was it Paul Morse? But that was entertainment fight. I mean, me and Paul, you know, we're both 2 alpha males, and obviously, you know, in God's kingdom, all animals butt heads.
Yeah, Paul's a friend of ours.
That's what we do, you know. So I was like, dude,
He'll be at the fight.
I'm like, we can make a great show together, but he's not medically able
Actually,
to clear.
yeah, he had an injury.
Yeah, he had a foot injury. I think he had like a exploded vein or something like that.
Yeah.
So
the first guy.
Yeah,
so the first guy was Paul Morse.
He's out.
And he was injured, and he said maybe on the next one.
Yeah.
Who was the second guy?
And we had this rapper from Pawtucket called Warface. They call him. He didn't want it. He wanted to see me at rap shows.
Well, he wanted to pull up, and he wanted to handle it on the street.
Pull up.
You know these guys. A lot of times we have these grudges, and one person wants to fight, and the other person, they don't want to fight, but they want to bring it to the street, and that's kind of what we run away from them people.
The next kid lives right outside Boletto's gym, literally the next door over, next one over. Adam Lurchums, they call him. Yeah.
Is that one of the guys you called out?
I've called him out probably 6 or 7 times over the last 2 years, and he always just talks crap and blocks me.
We'll see you today on this.
Yeah,
Oh, he will. I'm sure he will. Adam, we could have did this, man. We did this. You did, Paul. Come on, man.
So all right. So now you're 3-0 on the internet.
3-0.
All right. So who was the next guy?
There was Jerome
Jerome.
Massey.
No, Jerome was.
That was after them
Jerome.
3, yeah.
All right. So then it was Jerome.
Those 3 said no right off the bat.
Yes.
And then I never got in touch with Alonzo Butler, who is another battle rapper from out here.
Yeah.
But no response from him. I sent many messages to him through his people, through his friends, other people in his little battle rap organization.
And you know, I gotta admit this. You know, I got confession. I'm in the confession booth right now. I have to admit, the whole time you were sending me these messages and calling me, I didn't know how to take you. I'm like, is this guy serious? Is he really? Is he really want to fight? It's like, but he kept coming. I'm like, Jesus, you know. All right. So who we calling out next?
Give me the gloves.
So Jerome Massey was the 4th guy, and Jerome agreed on the fight.
He was in Cousin Greg's house at the time when I was complaining to my friend Greg, also my manager and one of my cornermen, that we're like 35 days out of a fight. Yeah. What the hell? I did all this damn dieting. I just want a piece of pizza. It's been like 3 months. I'm aggravated. I want a damn
So how much
beer
weight
and
did you
pizza.
lose?
A lot, like 45 pounds.
Like 45 pounds. So this is so Brawl for It All. I'll tell you what we do. It's life changing, man. We bring people together. This guy lost 40 pounds. He called out Jerome Massey. He made a video. He didn't want to fight. Then he called out Rob Carson. Rob Carson made a video. He was all about it. And then he pulled out of the fight for some reason. And then they started talking about pull up, come to my house, I'll meet you on the street. And that's kind of not what we do. So I just shut that fight right down and moved him on. We actually had to get Craig an opponent. Zeke
Auburn.
Zeke
Who's
Auburn.
2-2.
Zeke Auburn from West Warwick. This is a hometown guy. Come out and support your guy.
Fought in the Golden Gloves
He's
last year.
2-2.
Yep.
He's 2-2. He fought in the gloves. Craig's never had a fight ever in the amateurs.
Not in the
This
ring.
is his first boxing match ever, and he's fighting a guy with experience, and he still took the fight. Hats off to you, man. I give you a lot of
Appreciate
credit. You know, listen, a lot of people don't want to get in there. He's getting in there because we couldn't find him a guy, so we had to go and
I
find
didn't do
him
all
the
this
right
dieting
guy.
for nothing.
Well, we had to go and find him the right guy, and he's stepping up to the plate, and he's still fighting. Hats off to you, man. Good
I
luck.
like the kid Zeke.
Good luck.
And Zeke's a good guy.
He's a good
I reached
kid.
out to him. I talked to him. Let's move on. Let's move on to the lion over here, Chad. He's been on the Juice before.
The lion.
Chad and Mike Dara. These guys don't like each other. This is a serious grudge, man. I've been in the middle of this. I like both these guys. They both mean a lot to me. I've become dear friends with both of them. Mike's a great guy. Mike is an ex-Army Ranger. You know, these guys. This is a family. So this right here grudge is labeled Brawl for it all family feud. So, and it's family feud because of the Chad and the Dara conflict, and it's deep, and there's a lot of people involved. There's family members, everybody's involved. It's such a, I mean, all of Brockton will be in the house February 17th, the north and the east side, and I hope just everybody could come and keep it classy and keep it respectful, because after all, this is what we are. We don't tolerate the brawls inside of the arena with friends and all that.
Kids are going to be there.
Yeah, we don't have time for that. Grandmothers, grandfathers, children. So guys, you see this, keep it classy and let these guys handle it in the ring like gentlemen, and we shake hands, everybody goes home, good night. So Chad, let's talk to you over here. What's going on? How's training going?
I'm ready.
You ready, huh?
I'm ready, man. You know, people saw me on the Juice before. They know a little bit about my story. I was an addict, and really found that boxing was my outlet, which I strive for, sharing the word of hope and sharing my way of recovery and meeting great people throughout the process of recovery. I started my whole boxing campaign around Sober Warriors Team Lion. Started Bags for Hope, which is donating bags to sober homes and showing these guys a workout and how to release that stress for the day.
So this is where we're going with this. Now we introduced these guys. Now we're going to talk a little bit about addiction and you know, the bad part of addiction. You know, Tim is that's why you're here with Tim today. Tim, you have a little story about addiction too, right?
Yeah, I do. So I run a group called Wolfpack.
Yeah.
We're about 360 members so far.
Yeah.
You know, this year co-ed, but.
And what's Wolfpack represent? What's it all about?
It represents the family unity amongst addicts. You know, a lot of the climate has changed today with recovery. When I got sober as a teenager, when you had rotary phones a long time ago, there weren't a lot of young people, and you know, guys like Jimmy G kind of taught me about morals and values and kind of what the principles were behind it, and we did everything together. And it seems like the tempo for recovery is now fast-paced, LA Lakers style, go in, get yours, you're out, and you're done. And we operate together as a family. We do events like we go to Spooky World, bring the kids, you know, Plaster Fun Time, movies, everything we do as a family.
That's cool. So now what's your connection to Chad?
So Chad is a friend of mine who I met through actually Keith Laporta, who does If the Stigma. Him and I got together to start a movement called We All Have a Voice Foundation. Yeah. And I got an opportunity to meet Chad, and when I heard Chad's story, it was so moving to me. And I kind of bring some old school Charlestown, Somerville class to NAAA that it doesn't have today, because that's the way I was raised. So I gravitated towards him, and he's got such a great change. At the beginning, you talked about change. Yeah. The change got to come from within. The rest of it's semantics, right? It's a byproduct. So the real change from the mentality of what can I get away with, the street life, to living right by God, living right amongst
That's
my
right.
peers, living right within here.
It starts
He lives
inside.
clean. He's changing, and it's a process.
Well,
You know, so
yeah,
he's doing
no.
a great job, and I'm here to support him.
Well, you know, hats off, and I could say I struggled. I had my own little struggles with alcohol, and I'm sober now, and I'm doing good things, and I'm slaying dragons left and right. And for me, I think it starts really by really, like you said, on the inside. You know, things that we've done in the past, people we've hurt, things that, you know, there are things we've said, what things we do, our actions. It's not just about being sober. It's about making amends with your past. You know, and that, for me, I think that's important. And not just being sober, but living the right way, but by doing what's right to people we've hurt and all things that we've done to people. And, you know, the more you work on yourself and the more you recover, the more you can reach back and live a sober life. But to do it where you're not doing things that you've done while you were an addict, or say, I call it an addictive personality. Even though you're sober, are you still doing some of the things that you did while you were using or while you were not sober? And I think that's kind of like a crucial part to the whole sobriety thing. You know, Chad, how about you? How's
You know, with Wolfpack, and you know, he was the first person that I gravitated to through my recovery, and the concept and the belief of teamwork in recovery was with different animals. You know, he's the Wolfpack, I'm the team lion.
Yeah.
We work as teams, and now we collaborated, and I'm very excited about sharing, you know, hope. I share just with my fists in the ring to say I came from rock bottom to something in the ring, and changing every single day, being the better man today than I was yesterday.
You mentioned something earlier about Brawl for it all, keeping you grounded and really helping you keep a sobriety.
The Brawl for it all has really given me an outlet for recovery as far as staying focused on my next goal. So my next goal is obviously this fight with my grudge, which is toxic past.
You want to talk about the grudge a little bit?
You know, it was, you know, in a nutshell, it was really just when you're an addict, you lie and steal and cheat. I mean, you're either dead or in jail. That's it.
Yeah.
And we make mistakes. We are run by demons. And it happened, the things I did were years ago. I've been, you know, clean and sober 17 months now. So
Have you tried to make amends with the people and the
Everybody.
things with lie, cheating? And all?
everybody, the people I care about who I have burned, I've made peace with. They have forgiven me, except for Dara and his side. Hopefully I earned that respect in the ring, and they know how I feel. I forgive them, I forgive myself, and I hope they forgive me. And that's what Brawl for It All is all about, is to settle it, be done with it, and not cause more enemies.
Right. I agree. That's kind of the last thing we want to do is we don't want to have any more problems. Once this is said and done, we want an agreement from the fighters that participate in our program or our events, that, you know, once this grudge is done and once the fight is done, we want the agreement of you know, coming together, at least trying to mend the fence and you know, taking it from there. Hopefully.
Now they say north side, east side, south side, west side. It's Brockton.
It's Brockton.
That's it.
That's it.
You know, I'm from Brockton, he's from Brockton. All of us are coming together for one night.
Yeah.
And people haven't seen each other in 15, 20 years for this thing.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
that's the beauty of it.
It is. And
This is the beauty of our events. You know, at my first event in Smithfield at the Last Resort, I have about 1,200 people come through the door, and it was a reunion. You know, it was a reunion. People haven't seen each other in 25, 30 years. They're hugging, and it was nice to see a nice, elegant, classy night go down. People were so impressed with my event. They still talk about it till this day. And that's what we hope about with this event coming to West Warwick that, you know, regardless of East Side, West Side, and North, and it's all one, it's all Brockton, and people are going to come together. It's a great event, like you said. I think that this event could definitely bring the East Side, North Side, make it one again, and that's our hopes of it at the end of the day, you know?
At the end of the day, we're throwing our fists. We're the ones working. You know, all the chitter chatters is, you know, we're working. You
So
know,
I heard you tweet your nose in sparring. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Did you
You
do?
know, this-
So, well, a lot of people got nervous because they seen, you know, Facebook, social media is crazy, and 1 second Chad's in the gym boxing, the next second he's in the hospital taking a picture of him in an X-ray room. So everybody's like, "Oh, Chad, the fight's off. Everybody's not buying tickets. What's
No,
going on?"
the fight's on. You know, the whole concept of this sport is to get punched in the face. So there's going to come some injuries during the training, and you just dig deep and you get back in there. And I'm healed up. I'm ready. I could go today.
You're ready to
I'm
go,
ready.
huh?
I'm
Yeah.
ready. And like I said, I'm gonna move forward in life.
Yeah.
And
So, what's your prediction for the Dara fight?
he's getting knocked out in the second round. I
You
said it
heard
since
it.
day one.
Michael the Ranger, you heard it. Second round knockout. All right, you heard it there. Preuit, you having a prediction for your fight?
Same exact prediction.
Same exact.
We were just talking about this before this thing aired. He said second round. I said that's exactly where I think it's going to go. It's going to take the first one to see where he's at because I've never seen him before.
So-
second one going to sleep.
So you're gonna knock Zeke out in the second
I'm going
round.
to try my hardest.
And so what's your punch? What's your best punch? What's your go-to punch?
Right hook on the inside.
A right hook on the inside.
I
You
break
like-
your ribs with that.
You're gonna break his ribs. Zeke, I hope you're listening. The town of West Warwick.
I like you. It's just business, buddy.
It's just business. What's your favorite punch, Chad? By the way, what's your
My heart.
heart?
That's it, man.
I like
I'm
that.
fighting with my heart.
You're fighting with your heart. You don't have a best punch. You don't have a left hook, a right
It's
hand.
all there, man.
It's all there. Let me ask. We're getting ready to close up, and let me ask Anita. What's your prediction of this fight? What do you think is going to happen in this fight?
I'm gonna win the belt. That's what's gonna happen.
You're going to win the belt.
Yes, I'm getting the belt.
Are you knocking her out? Are you going the distance?
I'm,
Is it-
I'm, I'm probably not gonna knock her out. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win.
Listen,
None of that split decision. It's not gonna be a tie. The belt's gonna be mine.
okay, you picked the belt up. You picked it up at the press conference. I thought you were going to leave the building
This
with
is a
it.
confident face. I'm confident.
Listen, guys, February 17th, Brawl for It All, West Warwick Civic Center. Don't miss it.
gonna be
The
bonkers.
hottest ticket in town. We are ready to go. Thank you.